U.S. News ranks it as the #1 public university in the country. Niche ranks it #1 for campus life and food. As a result, UCLA has become the most applied to university in the nation. Out of 145,070 freshmen who apply, only 13,660 are admitted, a tight 9.4% acceptance rate. If you make it through this bottleneck as an out-of-state student, you face a massive financial requirement, $84,623 every single year. You have to ask yourself if 4 years at a top-ranked institution justifies that kind of statistical gauntlet and the resulting financial strain. To evaluate UCLA fairly, we have to look past the sunny California marketing and break down the actual return on investment for the students who enroll. While exact details on the university's historical founding are information not available in current sources, its modern identity is instead defined by a century of relentless optimism, sprawling academic growth, and massive global scale. That scale produces real-world results. Faculty and alumni helped invent the internet, working with the first interface message processor, housed right on campus. That dominance extends to athletics. Bruins have secured 261 Olympic medals over the university's history. A track record of elite scientific and athletic achievement establishes a high floor for the degree's value. The brand carries weight globally, even if your individual experience means navigating a large bureaucracy to access its resources. The traditional 4-year path requires years of intense high school resume building, all for a 9.4% chance at admission. And because the current admitted student standardized testing profiles are information not available in current sources, predicting exactly what makes a freshman resume successful remains difficult. However, look at this side-by-side bar chart. Spending 2 years at a community college lets you skip the freshman bottleneck for a 22.7% transfer acceptance rate. The raw numbers confirm this. UCLA admits 6,403 transfers from a pool 5 times smaller than freshmen. Opting for the transfer route is a masterclass in securing an elite brand name. By cutting 2 years of high university tuition from the total bill, you significantly lower the cost of a UCLA degree. For California residents, the financial math starts at $45,353 per year, but that number is frequently offset by state programs like the Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan and California Dream Loans. Out-of-state students face an entirely different reality. They pay an additional non-resident supplemental tuition of $39,270, pushing their total cost to nearly $85,000 annually. Look at this pie chart. Despite the high sticker price, an astounding 74% of UCLA students graduate with zero loan debt, indicating robust financial aid for those who qualify in-state. Students should note that the university maintains a fixed tuition rate, meaning you pay the exact same amount even if instruction is shifted entirely to remote delivery. Your financial return on investment relies heavily on residency status. For Californians leveraging state aid, the value is clear. For out-of-state students paying full price, the math is much harder to justify. UCLA ranks 16th worldwide in the academic ranking of world universities, and 15th for reputation by Times Higher Education. That reputation is built by the faculty. 14 Nobel laureates are associated with the university, giving undergraduates access to top minds in their fields. The alumni mirror that global output. Graduates like Vinton Cerf took early campus research and used it to pioneer the architecture of the modern internet. But there is a catch. With 40,000 students, you have to be a proactive self-starter. You must seek out these elite research labs yourself. Proximity to genius is available, but the cost of accessing it is independence. You have to learn to navigate the bureaucracy on your own. This campus layout shows the massive physical infrastructure. It includes the Fowler and Hammer museums and specialized archives like the Amundsen Murphy Reading Room. Beyond the physical buildings, the Center for Community Engagement connects students directly with local partners for real-world civic projects. The campus consistently ranks #1 for its food and facilities. However, securing a spot in specific housing options or high-demand programs requires applying early and staying organized. UCLA provides an institutional scale matched by few others. The resources are there, provided the student is willing to show up and claim their place. The ultimate payoff of a UCLA degree extends decades beyond graduation. You enter an alumni network that leads in professional sports, the arts, and the sciences. The athletic and leadership legacy alone is anchored by figures like basketball icon Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In the arts, alumni like Francis Ford Coppola have shaped the modern film industry. And in academia, faculty like mathematician Terence Tao continue to set the standard for modern global research. Graduating from UCLA acts as an insurance policy for a global career. That lasting brand recognition is what justifies the early competitive friction of getting in. Look at this decision tree to weigh your options. UCLA is one of the most resource-rich public universities on Earth, but it demands absolute independence. The ideal candidate is a California resident entering as a transfer, or an aided high achiever who thrives in large competitive environments and seeks out their own opportunities. Proceed with caution if you are an out-of-state student paying the full $84,000 sticker price, or if your success depends on close, small-scale mentorship from faculty. For the right student, the resources at UCLA offer massive economic and intellectual leverage. The path to entry is narrow, but if you can navigate the bottleneck and manage the costs, a degree from UCLA remains a highly proven investment.